We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? 15, Ronnie. 15 Ronnie. Hey. Leo.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes, left side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it second and goal.
Second and goal at the Broncos' 2-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Back. 22 jet bomber. Check. Gone.
He's checking. Crash. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Third and goal.
Let's go.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the first play of the game. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. So now things... get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Quick dash. Come. Hey, wahoo. Go.
Kill it, motion me out.
Get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Valentine trying to run inside, but nothing there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
43 is the mic, boy. 40. Check. 43.
Looking to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Broncos.
On the double. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Mike, 57 to Mike.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
57 Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. And I'm coming after you. I'm front. 57.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Mike, I'm going to run you over.
Now back to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Here we go. Took the outlaw. Move down. Hey.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and now it's second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays had gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Championships, baby. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mark 55, Mark 55.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Let's go right here. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Yo, go, go.
58, Mike.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the boot. Hey, alert 3. He's coming. We got double up.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Get that ball. Mark 55. I got you. Check 50. Check the backer.
Undercrush. Ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And able to find Kirk complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Get it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Let's put that team on the bus.
He'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
They'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And the Broncos first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Just the outlaw. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Set, ready? 30 base. Bravo. Yep.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Man, I got you.
Hey, check right. Let go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go.
Hey, echo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Rip right.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Big rip.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
It's now 2nd down and
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Mike 55. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
intended for Christian Kirk. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
.4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
This one caught by Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down now, Valentine. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. He's gotten a Njoku, his big tight end. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
give, right side. Valentine works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the pass. Check.
Back to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, exit.
58, boy, 58.
Now.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
52's the mic. I know you ain't got it.
Hey.
Right over there, right? 52's the mic. You got night.
61. Matchbox light. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. I got you. Let's go.
On 1st down, Valentine. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go. 6 yards. 50 yards. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Here we go. Jack. Joker,
Bam, bam.
36, 36.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
You go tight. You got tight.
Go out.
25, check 25, check 25. Kill.
Get it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill. Ship.
Hit it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
15 line. Let go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 15. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Broncos on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Rock it.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 43.
Protein spill.
Hey, 52.
5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Mike 5-5. Mike
Down.
Back to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
65. Check 37. Check 37.
Look. Squeeze. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
80 weapon.
Check safety. Check.
Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll set up to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Valentine. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shit. 22, Jet, Bravo. Shit. 22, Jet, Bravo. Shut up.
On third down. Valentine, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Denver, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.